Welcome to the County Connection Show for March. I am your host, Scott Vargo, and I am joined by all three of your esteemed and honorable county commissioners, Dan Gibbs, Thomas Davidson, and Karen Stiegelmeier. So we are going to talk first about big news at the county, some transitions, and the departure of a beloved Breckenridge community member, Mr. Gary Martinez.
Gary, after many years of wonderful service, decided that it was finally time to retire. And so we just got done with interview process, and we selected this guy right here.
Yeah, how about that?
So
thank you very much.
Woohoo! Right? He's on probation, but
and I still have to do this show.
Right? But the official date of the transition will be July 1. So if you walk in on June 30th, you're going to see Gary Martinez sitting in the county manager's office. If you walk in on July 1, you're going to see Scott Vargo sitting in the county manager's office. Mm-hmm. Gary is going to stick around and do some special project stuff with us on both water issues and housing issues. There's a lot going on with both of those right now. But Scott's our guy. So,
That's now been recorded.
We're thrilled. We couldn't be more fortunate to have somebody as capable and knowledgeable and just fun to be with.
And humorous.
Right.
Yeah, right? We all are very good at teasing each other, so nothing will change really. So he does have to dye his hair silver. That was part of the conditions of the job, but otherwise,
turn gray soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. It's already started.
Exactly.
My hearing is better than Gary's.
Oh,
it's nothing else.
Here we go.
My hearing is better.
Here we go. So anyway, yeah. And there's a process that we've just started with regards to what does the structure look like. You all need to understand that there was a period of time not so long ago where we had to downsize, and we had to load up both Scott and Thad with a lot more departments, and they've done it for years without complaint. But we're looking at structure with regards to what makes sense for at least the next 10 years in terms of how we structure and operate Summit County government. So we've started that process, more to come on that. But yeah, we will miss Gary, and we're very, very excited for Scott to take the reins and see what Scott can do for Summit County.
Great. Thank you all for your confidence, and I'm very much look forward to the opportunity and the challenges ahead. So, and I saw Tim Gagan earlier today. Tim, of course, is the now former town manager emeritus, I guess we're calling him. And since he announced, I haven't seen him stop smiling. And I told him he's smiling now because he's not doing that job, the manager job for Breckenridge. And I said, I'm smiling because now I'm going to be doing the county manager job. So I said, check back in 5 or 10 years and we'll see. So,
Exactly.
So anyway, thank you all very much. And I look forward to working for the community.
We know you'll do a great job. So
thank you.
I just thought I'd talk a little bit about our process. Mm-hmm. People asked us, are you going to do a nationwide search? How are you going to replace Gary Martinez? He's irreplaceable. And he's such a wonderful member of our community. So many people know him. But we're just so lucky that we had, within our top management, amazing expertise and skill. And so we did not do a national search. We invited just 3 people to consider applying, and 2 took us up on it. And it was a really difficult decision. Thad Knoll is the other person who applied, assistant county manager. And both Scott and Thad have amazing skills, but I think we made the right decision. And we're looking forward.
We flipped the coin, right? I mean,
I thought it was Rochambeau. All right. Again, thanks very much, and thank you to Thad. Thad's staying in his role and has been very gracious and very pleased to continue in the role he has within county government. And so we're very excited to have him staying on board.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, so we'll switch gears and talk about another project. I think we've talked a little bit about the possibility of what we were going to do with the old district attorney building that the county owned after we expanded the old South Branch Library to serve as the district attorney and probation offices.
Right.
And so who wants to talk about what we've done there?
Yeah, so just so folks understand, we got a great opportunity to partner with the town of Breckenridge with the old CMC building to the now Breckenridge Grand Vacations Community Center and the new location for the South Branch Library, right? And I think a lot of people have been to that building, they love that. We took the old library site, we did some expansion there so that we could provide decent offices for our probations department, as well as move the district attorney's office that was out there on Airport Road, about a mile or so away from where they actually do their work, up onto the judicial campus. And we got that done here in the middle of last summer, right?
Yep.
So we owned this old district attorney's office space, and we found a great purpose for that. And so we sold that space to the Family and Intercultural Resource Center. The Family and Intercultural Resource Center is office down in Silverthorne, and they were challenged with regards to providing services to people at the south end of the county. So with the sale of this space to them, they'll now be able to do a better job of serving families up in the Breckenridge area. Thank you to the town of Breckenridge. They were a big donor towards that effort, over $50,000 that the town threw in. And we've got a ribbon cutting coming up here soon. I think it's on March 23rd, right?
3 o'clock.
March 23rd, 3 o'clock. So not that you would know where the old DA space is because you're all law abiding, but you'll be able to figure out how to get to it, and it'll be a good time. And we're all excited to see the Family and Intercultural Resource Center be able to better serve families here in the south end of the county, right?
Yeah, for the folks that do live in the Breck area, a location that they're probably familiar with is the FERC Thrift and Treasure location. So the new FERC spot is more or less right across the street. So
I thought you were going to make a reference to a marijuana shop.
On the same street, Airport Road.
Yeah, quite a bit further down. That would have been the more lucrative sale for Summit County.
But we didn't go there.
We didn't fit within the geographic boundaries, so that was a non-option for us, fortunately.
No, Dan makes a good point. The Thrift and Treasure shop that's in Breckenridge is right across the street from where this office. Another thing that's wonderful for the FERC, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it made a ton of sense, and we were happy that they were able to do a great small, quick fundraising effort to pull it together. The county commissioners did some work to, I guess, make that sale feasible for them financially as well, but also still bring in some revenue to help offset some of the costs of the expansion projects that we had done with the old South Branch Library. So great project all around. And they are now in the space, so we're in March and they're in the space. And as Thomas said, the 23rd, they'll do their official ribbon cutting. All right, so our last topic of this segment on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Earth Hour.
They love that. So
you had to be there.
What is Earth Hour?
Yeah, what is Earth Hour?
Earth Hour
What is it anyways?
It's coming soon, March 19th. And it's just an hour, 8:30 to 9:30, so a simple hour that you can spend. And this is just an opportunity to be in the dark with all your compatriots around the globe. There are many iconic places like the Golden Gate Bridge that will be darkened for that same hour around the globe.
Do you have to turn your phone off?
And so the idea is to turn off all those energy-consuming devices besides the lights, and just light a candle and maybe have some dinner and chat with your friends and family. And just going through that process gives you an awareness of how much energy you're always using that you don't really need to have on all the time. And the idea is that we all are wasting energy, even though we try not to, and just taking this 1 hour to think about how you can save energy every day, and all of us working together to do it really makes a big difference and lowers our carbon footprint without any harm to us, maybe a little joy of sitting in a candlelit room.
And Summit County's been doing this for 4 or 5 years now, Karen?
You know, it was Patrick Payden, high school, Summit High School senior, who did it as a senior project to get all of us on board. And I want to say, I think it was at least 7 years ago.
7 years, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, good. We're going to wrap this first segment. We'll be back. We're going to talk some about I-70 and some other legislative items as well. So stick around.